So I guess it was a wrestling match, and this streamer almost killed a guy because he couldn't control his emotions in the ring, and he started hitting this guy and was knocked out and put him in critical condition in the hospital. It's
About the
bad.
French streamer Jean Parmenov, who passed away in his
Oh wait,
sleep on
no.
stream after a marathon of abuse from some other streamers. And just now, I
Yep.
literally just finished streaming Resident Evil 6, and I was taking a little tinkle, and I got sent a little something that is so diabolical. I had to hop back in the saddle and yap about it. It is
So apparently his dad is enwrapped in this as well. His dad, I think, is also a streamer. And he's like trying very hard to defend his son and what happened. And I get that.
That yet another potential death was just streamed on Kick.
Yeah.
I'm recording this an hour after it happened, and the victim is currently still in the ICU, so I guess by the time I post this, I'll know whether or not they passed away, but I'm going to keep this part in here right now because it's up in the air. A Kick streamer, Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, and also a professional fighter.
Kick is gonna have
just
to
went
have to step up their A game because they're gonna have to start. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter for Kick because they're not using advertisers; they're using their own gambling funds. So, I mean, they can get all the hate they want, but it doesn't matter because there's no advertisers to attack.
Fucking ballistic on a wrestler during a wrestling event on stream. He picks the wrestler up, slams him on the mat, and then lays down 27 punches to the man's skull, most of which were delivered while he was unconscious. And by the end of it, he is bleeding and bloodied. They couldn't wake him up. They said he was barely breathing, and someone even used the word flatlined, that he was flatlined in the ring. This is not fake. This is not scripted.
Where did he even come from? Where did this guy even come from? Jesus. Where's the ref at? He should have stepped in way sooner. This is wrestling, man. This isn't real. I mean, it is to an extent. It's mostly like... So, like, wrestling is mostly a... I love you. It's mostly an acrobatic sport. A lot of it is acrobats. Learning how to land on somebody just right so they don't get hurt, but they get knocked, you know? There's a reason why you don't see wrestlers doing this. You don't see a wrestler getting, knocked out, and then you see another wrestler get on top and start hitting their face. It's a show. That's why whenever you see a wrestler get knocked and they're like kind of stumbling, they're like on the ground, and then you see the guy that's like big dog, he's like, yeah, he gets up and he's like, oh, to the crowd stuff. He's not on top of the wrestler punching them. It's a show. It's supposed to be for fun. People get hurt all the time, yes. I'm not saying that wrestling is easy by any standard. It is incredibly athletic. A lot of guys that get up in that ring, they may not seem like they're athletic. They may seem like they're larger, but they are incredibly athletic. Being able to put a lot of weight into, like, one guy used to do like a butt slam, and he would like put the guy up in the corner, and then he would rear up, and then he would fucking run forward, and then he would slam his ass on them, and he was a big ass dude. Funny enough. But like, to do it in a way that doesn't kill somebody is the technique that every wrestler must master. And I see this, and I'm like, this guy didn't get up there to wrestle. He got up there to kill somebody. Jesus Christ. Where's the ref? Why isn't the ref? It's like the ref doesn't even know what to do with this. He's never, like, whenever the ref is just stunned because he doesn't know how to handle this because no one's done this. This is the kind of stuff that some people just aren't prepared for. Like, this is stuff that you look for in a UFC match. Like, this isn't wrestling. This is just a bar brawl. Look at that. That's crazy.
I did my best to censor this. It is brutal. It is extremely hard to watch. I also cut the clip short, but they pan back and he is...
Like, you realize that most of these wrestlers, man, they don't have any kind of insurance for their job. So there's a good chance that this poor man that's getting brutalized in this arena is most likely just trying to bring bread to the table. Like most of these guys, they do get a lot of money, but with how often they get injured, a lot of that money goes towards their injuries. And to be brutalized like this is just absolutely disgusting. It's actually heartbreaking to see this. I don't understand what was going through this guy's mind when he did this. There is a high chance that this man has a family that he needs this job to rely on that is now got him hospitalized in critical condition just because he was doing his job. Because some little guy, some little man couldn't control his temper.
Covered in blood. Rajajackson is a professional fighter who has unloaded, I counted 27 blows to an unconscious man. And they all are connecting. This is not like fake. It's not like he's pulling any of his punches. They are all hitting.
That's what really kind of goes on whenever you wrestle somebody in wrestling. Like, a lot of the time, they don't use their full weight. They don't use their full... They're not there to hurt you, per se. They're there to put on a show. There's a lot that goes on behind the doors at wrestling, the wrestling organization. Whoever is supposed to win is probably predetermined before every match. It's a show. And like any show, you can get hurt. There are actors that get hurt all the time doing their stunts. It's normal. This is just brutal and it's disgusting. And this person should be put in jail.
Squarely on this man's skull, bouncing his head off of the mat. And I said most of them were when he was unconscious. All of them are while he's unconscious. When I watched it back, it's clear.
No, because he got knocked out when he got slammed, right? Yeah.
His head hit the mat and it knocked him out immediately.
Yeah. Like, even whenever you slam somebody on the mat, you're supposed to slam them in a way that their head doesn't bounce and hit the mat. Whenever you see these wrestlers go limp on another wrestler like that, whenever they're going to body slam, they literally have to put their full trust into the wrestler that's doing that, just like a cheerleader, hoping that they know how to do the technique just right, that it doesn't hurt or kill them. You could be killed with how many times these guys like are on their, like, as an EMT, I'm telling you that this could be a very dangerous sport if you don't know what you're doing. I would classify this as sport. I think it is a sport because of how they're picked up and thrown on the mats. Like, you have to know the technique. That's why it takes some of these guys years, and some of them don't ever even get anywhere because they just can't understand that it's technique. It's not about actual brutalization. It's not about actually fighting like the UFC. It's a show.
So all 27, potentially more, punches that he threw were on an unconscious man. That can be fatal. That is most oftentimes fatal.
No, it is. That's why in the UFC, whenever you see somebody getting pummeled like that, they stop it quick. They will even penalize you if they see you doing that.
It's not like he just stopped and said, okay, well, that's plenty. I've had my fill.
He would have kept going.
Still going. The only reason there weren't more punches thrown
the guy got him off
is because the other wrestlers were able to separate him. But he was fighting against them to go back and keep beating this unconscious man. He probably wouldn't have stopped punching him until his head popped like a balloon. It's extremely scary, and even if he does pull through, this could have life-changing repercussions with brain damage and so...
That's another thing, like, this man probably suffered some form, like Charlie said, he probably is messed up now. The amount of blows this man took that put him in critical, like, to get in critical condition from being pummeled, it takes a lot. This man will probably never be able to wrestle again because of this. And it's disgusting to see this.
So many other complications for the rest of his life, if he even survives, which we don't know yet.